I may have found ourselves an old dump site. There's the boat ramp. So yeah, definitely found ourselves an old dump site. 8 cars. Nice.
His hobby, now his purpose.
Adam Brown and Jeremy Sides have seen a lot in their time diving and searching for missing people.
This pair does this on their own time and they don't do it for money.
Let's just get in the water. Let's go for a dive, see what's down there.
And now he can say, I am the one who is finding answers for families desperate to heal.
We're doing the job right. I think it's a really good thing that we're all doing.
The search continues for Valerie Smiley. She's a Chattanooga mother of 4.
She's been missing for a week.
Family and friends gathered outside the restaurant, pleading with the community to help find her and bring her home.
I just need you home in my arms, please. That's all I ask.
Tears flowed, and people embraced one another as they seek answers for her whereabouts. Tara Daniels, Valerie's cousin, says they last saw her on Friday, June 28th. Her father, Eric Cross, read one of the last text messages he received from Valerie.
Hey, Dad, I love you. I love you so much, Daddy, that you want to come back and just spend time with me. I can't do this without you, baby girl. So I need you here with me.
I have a theory. What if Valerie somehow got robbed or something like that and all her belongings were stolen and taken down to Fayetteville and Union City, but her vehicle, possibly even her, we're hoping not, but her vehicle was dumped here in Chattanooga? That is just a theory. It's a stretch, but it's a theory, and that's where I'm going to start with today. So I've come here to Chattanooga out in the Tennessee River, like you saw at the beginning of the video, and I am very familiar with this water, especially this section. I know there's a boat ramp all the way up there by the dam. I know there's one right behind me that I put in at. I know there's one across, and I know there's all kinds of places to hit the water up in this area. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to check all of these boat ramps all the way down to the other side at Suck Creek, where we found all those other vehicles and pulled them out with the wrecked and recovered wrecker, right? We're going to check it all. We're going to spend the day out here. We're going to essentially check the whole stretch that surrounds Chattanooga. And if she's not out here, awesome. The search continues. But what we're looking for is that red SUV of hers. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully she's not out here. Hopefully we find her vehicle and it can give us some clues, and ultimately we can figure out where Valerie went. So that's what we're doing today. So that's the boat ramp that I put in at, and there's another one way up there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to check this boat ramp really good, make sure the vehicle's not out here, and then I'm essentially going to scan the whole bank all the way up to the other boat ramp, check that one really good, and then work my way back down. There's another boat ramp way over there. We're going to check all of these really good right now, and then we're going to head into town. There's not many places in town. I think there's one boat ramp right in town we can check, and then we're going to head around the corner that follows the interstate, and we're going to hit Suck Creek boat ramp, because I know there's a bunch of cars that were pulled out there because we are the people who pulled them out. You know, for the 4th of May the 4th be with you, I'm kind of surprised how cold it is out here. It's actually kind of chilly. Down in the 60s, got the wind, it's cloudy, it's ugly, but it's not raining, so we're just gonna deal with it. I actually brought a coat. But right off the bat, this boat ramp, I mean, 11 feet, or that far away. Water is actually pretty darn clear. It's diveable, so I don't see anything as of yet, but who knows? You never know. Honestly, if there's a vehicle that went in here, it would be on this side of the boat ramp anyways, because the current's running that way. So we'll just cruise down over here and see if we see anything. This has been checked so many times by us and other people, but this is a fresh case, so I haven't checked it, you know, since this lady went missing, and I have no idea if anybody else has, because nobody likes to communicate with each other. But what can you do? I'm not sour. Well, I went all the way down there till I couldn't go any farther. Now I'm working my way back up. This boat ramp is looking pretty clear, so I'm just going to essentially just start working my way up this bank, making sure that vehicle didn't float down from way up there down here somewhere. We're going to make sure all these little piers are car free. All right, I made it all the way up to the dam. I checked the whole bank, nothing. right? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna float back down this bank, and I'm gonna stay out here a little bit more, see if maybe a car may have went off and then floated out to the middle. Then I'm gonna work my way down. Starting to feel bad. This poor guy up here fishing on his boat. I went by him twice, and I'm trying to scan the bank, but I don't want to mess up his fishing day. But at the same time, he's kind of right in the way. I think he'll be all right. He's fishing off the other side. I'll just act like do. Don't mind me. Nice quiet little John boat sneaking by. No worries. If you guys did not already know, we are an official 501c3 nonprofit. Our mission is simple: to search for the missing and to clean up our waterways. And if you guys like our mission and you'd like to support us, make sure you go over to our website, rapidcc.org, and consider donating. And if money is tight and you cannot donate, do not even worry about it. Just make sure you guys watch this video, give us a thumbs up, and even leave a comment to keep us motivated to keep on searching for the missing. Now made it to the other side of the river, just downstream from the original boat ramp that I put in at. Still haven't seen a thing. Water's 67 degrees, average 10-12 feet. We're just now getting to this boat ramp. The water is going that way, so if we find anything, it's going to be past the boat ramp. So, see what happens. All right, been out here a couple hours. We're up this side creek right now, checking out a couple spots. Not really any places for a car to go in, so we're not going to make our way up any further for now. Kind of striking out, you know, that's a good thing. 9 times out of 10, these searches are a bust, but at least you guys get to hang out with me for a little while, and you never know, you might find something. I know for a fact down here at the last boat ramp we're gonna check, which is Suck Creek boat ramp, there are a couple vehicles still down there. And the reason they're still down there is because they've been down there so long that there's nothing left except like a skeleton in a frame. That's why we didn't pull them out. We did pull like 3 cars out of there before. So if there's any cars dumped, it's probably there. But either way, we might just send the drone down. I don't know yet because this creek is extremely muddy. I don't know what it's gonna look like downstream. Upstream where I put in was actually really clear. But downstream, I don't know. We'll see, we'll see. Next stop is the downtown boat ramp. Oh, we're almost to town. Essentially, we're pretty close to town. So, but we're right next to the cliffside right here. You know what I'm talking about here in Chattanooga. But man, there's these big old caverns on the side of this cliff. I've never explored these things before. I kind of want to, but I want to save it for a better day because this day's crap. And ultimately, I've always wanted to scuba dive this cliffside, just for the hell of it, see what's down there. Believe it or not, it is only 10 feet deep right here. I was expecting something way deeper, but no, look at that. I don't know how far it goes up in there. I doubt it goes very far because, I don't know, but it might, who knows. Still pretty darn cool. So you can see here on the sonar, we're right beside the cliff. Yeah, 11 foot deep, it's rocky. There's like a tire sitting there. There's other just rando stuff. Who knows what's laying down there, to be honest with you. People could have been throwing stuff off of this cliff for 200 years, who knows. Might find all kinds of treasures down there. But as you can see, the water is really muddy as we go farther downstream, so no diving today, unfortunately. But we could definitely keep that on our list of things to do this year. What I can't believe is how cold it is right now. Like, it's not pleasant. It's cloudy. I thought it was supposed to be warm. I'm so sad. Maybe this means it's going to be warmer as, you know, like through October, November. Maybe yeah, it'll be warmer later. That'd be cool, because I don't like it when it's cold. I'm tired of cold. Cold is supposed to be over. I don't understand what's going on. Like, there's like a carabiner up there. I wonder if people like cliff hang this thing and try to work their way up there. And I got a big old iron hook up there in the wall. That's pretty cool looking. These tie barges off to this cliffside, I bet, back in the day. Still 11 feet. It's pretty wild. I expected deeper. Check out the Southern Belle coming in here. Apparently we see them all over the place. I think it's like they just take them on a river drive, like there's a restaurant there. I never ate there yet, but maybe someday I'm gonna have to do it. But they're coming back in. We always gotta dodge them because they're always going back up and down the river nonstop, but it's all good. It's pretty easy to dodge. On another note, that's the next boat ramp we'll be checking out. Looks like there's some fishermen out there. It's kind of stupid. He's just parked on the boat ramp. He's got a fishing line. Apparently, that's the owner of the fishing ramp. So, I guess we're gonna have to go around, work our way around him so we don't make his fishing day bad, I guess. All right, well, we've made it to the last section I'm gonna search, and then Chattanooga's pretty darn clear of cars. I did check that boat ramp where the fisherman was at. Can you believe that dude had the gall to start like whistling at me and telling me to go farther away from his lines? He was probably like 200 feet of line out in the water, like 5 lines. How arrogant are you? It irritated me so bad, but I'm trying not to let it get me too pissy, but whatever. I searched it, there's nothing there, so let him fish. Hope he catches a marlin, who knows? But we're gonna check this whole stretch. The road is right up there, so we're gonna check this whole thing, make sure there's no cars laying in here somewhere, and then after that, we'll make our way back and see what else we can get into. All right, so that's Suck Creek boat ramp, and there's a really old boat ramp downstream, and I'm going back and forth, and I think I got myself a couple cars here, but they look really old. See one right here, I can see another one right there, and they came off that boat ramp, which is really abandoned. So these are definitely not going to be our vehicles, but something we will want to come back and dive on these to see if we can find any kind of like see if we can identify them, you know what I mean? Still scanning the rest of this. There's some huge boulders underneath this section, so I'm gonna scan it a few times and see if make sure there's not a car hiding behind these boulders. I mean, you can see right here, here's a big one. You can't even tell it's there, but you know, it's about 20 feet underwater. Big boulder. So we'll scan this a few more times, make sure there's nothing out here that looks like an SUV, and then keep going. All right, I was heading back, and I noticed this boat ramp sitting here. Never checked it before, and I think I may have found ourselves an old dump site. I counted at least 5 cars here. Let me show you on the sonar what I'm looking at. There's also some other objects out here. I don't know what the hell it is, but check this out. Oh, now we got a better shot of that. That is 100% a big vessel. That's really cool. Never knew that was here, but that is 100% a boat that's sunk, and it's a big boat too. I would love to know the story behind that. Definitely gonna have to send the drone down. I want to send the drone down now, but the water is really muddy, so we might just have to wait for a part 2. There's some other kind of structure right there. I have no idea what that could be either. But we're coming up on the vehicles. Let me show you what they look like. We're coming up on some of them right now. And you can see right there's the first one, and there's a car right next to it, so we got 2. And here comes a big hot mess. That's got to be at least 2 cars right there. Looks like it's upside down. You can see the wheels in the shadow. Something, I don't think that is, but definitely here's another one upside down. There's one upside down. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's probably another one right there. That's number 7. That could be 1, 2. We'll say that's 8. There's the boat ramp. So yeah, definitely found ourselves an old dump site. 8 cars. Nice. Now the way these are looking, I don't think this is the Valerie's SUV. They just look like they've been here a long time. But that doesn't mean these couldn't be somebody else. These couldn't be other missing person cases. So we are definitely going to be coming back to this location and figuring out what these vehicles are. So stay tuned for that one. Well, not as exciting of a day as I would have loved to have brought you guys, but we did do some recon. We cleared Chattanooga. I don't see any SUVs out here. The search for Valerie continues, but we did find the dumping ground of like 8 cars in one really big boat. So you know we're coming back. Once this water clears up and we can dive it, we're gonna have a fun day of diving these cars and figuring it out. We're probably even gonna dive that boat too, because that thing is big and I would love to know the story behind it. Might be historical. We might have found the treasure of the century. You never know. So make sure you guys are liked and subscribed to the channel. I will see you guys on that next video.